fired. They came in, they were looking at cake books, they were looking at pictures, they liked his work, they started talking to him about the cake that they wanted and everything else. He asked questions, as all bakers do that cater weddings. And I can tell you this for a fact because I've had numerous weddings before, and yes, that's what they do. And one of the questions that they will ask you is, when is your big day? And it's one of the first questions they ask you. And they said the 16th. And he says, "Oh my God. Well, I'm sorry. I'd love to help you, but I'm completely booked. I've got 2 cakes due that day. All my people are out delivering them. There's no possible way I could get in another one for that day. I'm sorry. Here's Nancy's business card. She's just up the street, and she does great work. Tell her I sent you." How the fuck is that discriminating against LGBTers, I ask you, world? Well, the short answer is it's not. So you really have to ask yourself, well, wait a minute. Why is all the LGBTers up in arms and ready to, string this Governor Pence up? George Takei, our good friend at HTLA, he's taking him to task. He's putting out on his Twitter and all his social media, oh, boycott Indiana. Don't go to Indiana. Don't spend any money in Indiana. Keep out of India. Are you serious? So what, you're going to penalize every other business owner in Indiana now, George, for what one of your LGBTers says about the Religious Freedom Restoration Act? Well, here's some news for you, George. The LGBTers, that's not a religion. This act, this law is, quote, the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, period. They don't have in little tiny letters, fuck LGBTers. They don't have that there. It states that the government cannot substantially burden a person's ability to follow their religious beliefs, end of frickin' story, unless it can prove a compelling interest in opposing that burden or to do so in the least restrictive way. And what does that mean? Well, the people who are behind that law say it prevents the government from infringing on people in their ability to exercise their religious beliefs, period. And what's wrong with that? Doesn't that go to further cementing that separation of church and state? Yes, I think so. Well, you see, here's the reality of it. This is what George Takei and the LGBTers are actually pissed off about. In Indiana, there are no statewide non-discrimination laws that protects gays or lesbians. Not in employment, not in housing, or in education. That's what they're pissed off about. It's got nothing to do with Governor Pence. It's got nothing to do with this Religious Freedom Restoration Act, period. But if they get that struck down by boycotting that state and causing enough shit in the Supreme Court, then, oh yes, then they can take their fight right to the heart of Indiana and start kicking them in the balls because they don't have statewide non-discrimination laws that protect gay and lesbians. That's what that's all about. And that, in my opinion, is just fucking stupid. That's all it is. It's just fucking stupid. And I think the day that any government in this country, whether it be state, local, or federal, imposes any such law that says you can't turn somebody away, that says you can't not give service to somebody. Go back 20 years. What happened to the little stickers on the doors of, the baker and the corner store and the pharmacy? And remember those stickers on the doors? No shirt, no shoes, no service. Businesses had the right 20 years ago to say that if you are not dressed at least in a respectable manner, if you do not have shoes on, we reserve the right not to serve you. We don't care who you fuck. We don't care if you're sleeping with a pig. You need a shirt and you need shoes. And if we're a 4 or 5 star restaurant, guess what? You need a dinner jacket too. Is that discrimination? No, sir. That is not discrimination. That is mutual respect. That's respect for the place you're in and respect for the patrons of the place. End of story. But oh no, we've got to make it about who we're sleeping with and everybody hates us because we're gay. No. No, I hate you because you're stupid. I tolerate only so much from people of any persuasion. I base my beliefs and factors on people based on their actions, not what they say, but what they do. And you people are doing a whole lot of saying and not a whole lot of doing for any community. Least of all, your own. Well, I'm Chris Crash Jesus Taylor, and that is all the time I got. I wanted to get to, some phone calls tonight, but we didn't make it. But, jot down the number, 914-873-1NYC. That's 914-873-1692. That'll be the call-in number you use. And I'm going to get rolling out of here. I'm done venting. I feel much better. Thank you all for listening. Check out all the shows at HTLARadio1.com. You won't be sorry you did. And I'll see you tomorrow on Coffee and Cigarettes, 3 p.m. Eastern. Good night.
New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.